Amazon just recently updated something called their FBA Export Program here in Australia. So I've asked AOE Master Coach Kate Ingham to talk you through that and to show you how you can use that to expand your business around Australia and then into other territories close by as well. Now, if you like this kind of content, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel. We've got heaps of things, brand new videos coming every single day. And if you've got something that you specifically would like me to cover, or if you've got a question for me, comment below and I'll make sure that I get you that covered off too. Okay, so let's get over to Kate now. Next up, let me come find the fantastical Kate. Dun, 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 dun. Does anybody else do this? When you are trying to go through the alphabet, does anybody in your head, I'm going to unmute you, Kate. Does anybody else do that thing where you have to kind of go through the alphabet? Like I can't conceptualize where K comes relative to other letters. I have to kind of go through it in my head, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, before I get to it. Does anybody else do that, or is that just me? You probably can do that really easy. You're like, what the hell, Neil? You're an idiot, which is true, I will say. All right, Kate, so I've unmuted you. You can unmute yourself at your leisure. And I will also say as well, just as a little intro for Kate, that Kate is the head coach here at the Aussie Online Entrepreneur. So Kate's the head coach. Her own Amazon business is going great guns. Last time I spoke to Kate, it was like $60,000 a month. She's also does the Diamond program. So she does coaching within the Diamond group as well. She's also coaching within something we call the Money Run program, where we've got some fantastic people going and launching products ready for Christmas. And she personally helps me heaps with my own, like I called Kate just before Q&A to run something by her about Aussie online entrepreneurs. And so, you know, I trust her judgment on many, many things. Anyway, so Kate, how are you?
Good evening. Very well, thanks.
Good stuff. So what have you got for us, Kate?
Well, look, this one was just one that came across my desk and I thought it was worth letting people know about, which was the FBA Export Program, which, as it relates to the Australian marketplace. What's happening is that products are being made eligible for selling in New Zealand, which is at no extra cost to the sellers, which is great. And not all products, but a lot of products are being automatically enrolled into the FBA Exports Program. What that enables you to get access to is international customers. There's over 100 countries that are accessing products from our home marketplace. And so it just gives you an extra access to potential customers. International buyers will pay their international shipping costs and customs duties so that there's no extra cost to the seller. And the returns policy is the basic Amazon returns policy, but the product has to be eligible, and that's what I'm going to go into this evening. So, yeah, next slide. So most sellers are enrolled in the program by default, and you can check to work out whether you are part of the program. You can go to fulfillment by Amazon in your settings and go to export settings, and that will tell you whether you are enrolled or not. By using FBA Export, you're authorizing Amazon though to sign commercial invoices on your behalf. So there's that authority requirement they will require. and you can exclude products under shipping restrictions under the export settings. So that's actually quite important if you've got a product that you know won't, that potentially could have issues internationally. Just say you were doing CBA oil or something like that, that potentially is iffy for selling in Fiji or New Zealand, whatever. So check eligible products in reports. There's a fulfillment exportable inventory report under your report settings, and eligibility is impacted by things like, you know, the standard export restrictions. So whether it's plants, seeds, weapons, animals, animal products, surveillance equipment, laser pointers, which is an interesting one, and where are we? And alcohol, weapons, chemicals, including pesticides and stuff, and food, medicines, and supplements. So that's interesting. Supplements and things that are known as medical devices. So some of us are in those categories. So just be aware of whether you're included or not. Also, pet related stuff is included. Things, sex determination kits, all of that, drug paraphernalia, adult products, baby walkers, baby self-feeding devices. So anything baby is always challenging. And some people are in the alcohol brewing equipment space. That's also out. Cryptographic electronic equipment and gambling related, and imitation currencies. So they're worth kind of being across. Then there's the products that, just wait, where am I? So just check your eligibility before you go, you know, into this space. Transport and logistics restrictions, well, as you can imagine, the bulky or the heavy items when you're talking international are going to be impacted. Things that will be considered dangerous that are going to be impacted, you know, from flight perspectives, and anything with batteries becomes an issue. So large or standalone lithium ion batteries, used oil such as cooking oil or motor oil, and often anything to do with oil is probably worth steering clear of in this space.
And
So
Kate, how are you actually, like in terms of you and your clients, for instance, how are you guiding them to utilize that FBA export thing? What are you kind of saying?
Yeah, well, that's where I'm sort of saying, well, look, if we've got access to New Zealand, particularly, you could be running campaigns in New Zealand, a Facebook campaign that targets a couple of cities in New Zealand to test the marketplace, see how the product is received, and then expand it out as you get a sense of whether there's a response to your product in that country.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah.
I know in my own Amazon business a little while ago now, we would be getting orders from countries that, you know, Amazon wasn't even in. Like we used to get loads of orders from South Africa, for instance, for one specific product. And so that enabled us then to go and set up, I couldn't do Amazon, of course, but we set up a Shopify site in that particular territory to take advantage of the market that was clearly there based on what was going on.
Yeah, so that's where you know, we've got demand for a European presence for one of our a couple of our products, and I just haven't had the time to kind of engage with it. Yeah, so we will get there. We will get there. We're doing a number of things, but that would be, it's just, I think it's a good little opportunity to be aware of and to go, okay, I'm going to test maybe doing some Google AdWords in that country, or doing some Facebook targeted campaigns, or YouTube.
Very, very nice. All right. Thank you so much for that, Kate. That's awesome.
And I've realised that there's dots in this domain, and I don't know why. It's sellercentralsetup.com.au. So ignore the dots between.
Yeah, let's just get rid of them.
Yeah. I don't know. I did that quickly today. All righty. So thank you.
You're welcome, Kate. Thanks so much, hon. That was a video from my regular Monday night open Q&A sessions that I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. Over 2,600 of us now here in Australia. We're actually the fastest growing e-commerce community here in Australia, with sales of over $50 million. Now, if you'd like to learn more about joining the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, click on the link below, or you can go to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. Thanks for watching. See you next time.